When you think of an activist, what comes to mind? Well, most people think of a protester with a sign on the street or yelling through a microphone a meaningful message. An upstander who writes books would definitely not come to mind for most people. Well, that is exactly what James Baldwin did. He displayed his opinions through essays, novels, and poems. The topics he discussed included racism in America and homosexuality. By writing rather than speaking about these issues, Baldwin reached a whole other audience. James's first and most famous novel is Go Tell It on the Mountain. This book talks about the negative and racial aspects of the Christian church. One other underlying theme is racism and the daily struggle of it in Harlem. Go Tell It on the Mountain gives the reader an inside peek of the life of an African American involved in the Christian church. Another well-known novel written by Baldwin is Nobody Knows My Name. The topics discussed include the struggle of living in America during times of extreme racism. One of the few times James Baldwin outwardly spoke to the public instead of writing was to teach. He taught at University of Massachusetts at Amherst, as well as Hampshire College. James reached a different audience this time teaching rather than his readers. He has always enjoyed writing more than speaking, so he taught closer to his death. Not only did Baldwin address racial issues, he also discussed homosexuality in his books. At the time, homosexuality was a topic unspoken of, rather taboo. His most famous novel pertaining to this topic is Giovanni's Room. It is considered incredibly brave for someone at this point in time to write about this subject because unfortunately, many people oppressed it. Another well-known novel similar to Giovanni's Room is Just Above My Head. This book tackles the battle that comes with having a relationship that isn't socially acceptable in this age of time. James says that human sexuality is more fluid than often displayed. His openness about diverse subjects are attributes to his work. Without the remarkable work James did, the civil rights movement would not have been the same. Powerful novels conveying messages and peeks into the secret life of daily suffrage influenced many readers. By writing rather than being a speaker or protester, he reached a whole other audience that may not have been affected without his books. Not only were the written works James created uncommon, they were true and helped people understand why they should be empathetic and simply treat everyone the same. He is especially credible because although there is some fiction in his books, a lot of the content he relates to. Books make the reader feel like they are the one dealing with the issue and allow them to feel what it is like to be mistreated in the world. He not only played an important role in the civil rights movement, but also displayed many upstander qualities in a unique way. James Baldwin affected society in many ways, including being open to writing about diverse topics and directly showing people the true life of African Americans and how they were oppressed.